Good. Good. Why isn't this one showing up? Don't know. We'll have to brute force it. We'll have to brute force it. All right. Mute the tab. Get to playing. All right. All right. All right. Weird. Okay. Not sure what's wrong with that, but you don't care. You don't care about my problems, my difficulties. You don't love me at all. Not if you're smart. Hi, guys. Sec here. I want to double check, make sure everything's working. Okay, that's working fine. Good, good. That doesn't show up at all. I'm not sure why. That doesn't show up. I'm not sure why that doesn't show up. It is a puzzlement to me. All right. Hi. I'm back. Good evening to those of you who have joined me on your Saturday evening. Let me get a couple more XP buffs. Evening, Knock Knocks. Hope you're doing okay. I hope it's nothing serious that is not okay. Why do I keep doing that? Oh. That. On your lips. A medication accident. Allergy? Because I know when I had my allergic reaction after taking penicillin pills that were about that big, and I'm not exaggerating, they're the biggest pills I've ever seen in my life, my entire body swelled. So that's why my guess would be allergy? All right, everybody is now equipped. That is a level 15 mission, and we're now level 16, so I'm going to give it a shot. Vape made out of stainless steel that you induction heated and then got a... Oh, ow! Ooh, ow, 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 ow! Oh no, burns. Yeah, burns are bad. That's unfortunate. So, probably more painful than embarrassing, but a little bit of both. Yeah, that's still not what one was hoping for your weekend. I'm going to go out on a limb and say probably not what you were looking for on your weekend. You see, I am more than willing to make fun of embarrassing things. Actually painful things, physically or emotionally, not so much. So, I'm banking some mockery for the future, but for now, get better. All right, Velis awaits. We'll see if we can kick his ass now. Wait, mission was completed? Oh, that one was. I didn't call it in. Which means the next one's not. Let's see. I got a really nasty burn on my hand. Fortunately, it was my right hand. I'm left-handed. And it was at a fun thing for the place I was working at the time. It was one of those little sort of go-kart racing things. And while getting out of the little go-kart because, well, I'm a cumbersomely large fellow. I put my hand on the hot exhaust and started to press my weight up, and yeah, that was painful too. Lords of Death finale, the facility manager, head to Royal Refinery. Yeah, this one's going to wait for me to get another level because I don't want to fight Velas on level because I'm a great big coward. That's exactly it. Cowardice. Shauna Stockwell, I know her. Graham Easton. I don't know Graham Easton. Oh, I remember his storyline. He's really annoying, and it involves the Sioux. So I don't want to do that. Let's go to Montague. The first quest he gives is terrible. Wow, I think is I've done so many of these guys' quests. I know the ones that are bad and don't want to do. Canucket. Good evening, my friend. I hope you're doing well. I haven't heard from you for a week or two. Jim Tembler. Now that's a name for a guy who lives in an earthquake-based zone. Sure. And thank you, as always, for feeding the algorithm. Thank you more for showing up. Hope the weekend isn't sucking. Oh, sorry, I ran away from Jim Temblor. Ask about available missions. Part 1 of Rumblings of the Past. You see, this friend of mine, she's got powers, kind of like you. She calls herself Fusionette. Now that she went and became a hero. But we've been friends since we were kids living here. Well, I came back to Overbrook to find something, a memento of my dad. He died when it all happened. I didn't find it, but I did find out that the Lost probably took the thing that I was looking for when they were scavenging for valuable stuff. Fusionette, said she'd check it out for me, but she hadn't been back yet, and I'm a little concerned. I'm going to find your so-called superhero friend. Well, the normal amount is better than an abnormally large amount by a not abnormally large amount. The average stuff in life, you learn to deal with. Also, to enhance my movement powers, go into the GFX and unlock field of vision, put it to 90. I'm fine with this. What I did, though, was forget to set my notoriety again. See, I have people question me when they ask how I'm doing. I'm going, They go, what's wrong? Nothing's wrong. I'm average. Everybody's life has this big bell curve of your day, and the vast, overwhelming majority of them are average. You know what else is average? Meh. This, well, technically he's City of Heroes. He is a hero in that he is defeating gangbangers and whatnot and cleaning up the streets. Technically, lore-wise, he's cleaning up the streets so his boys can take over. He is the Bruisefather, and this is Barry, Benny, and Brutus Bruise, 3 of his gang members. Anti-villain would probably be pretty good. He does intend to actually provide protection when he extorts people for protection. Leader of the Bruisebrothers gang, also known as the Black and Blue Boys, the Bruisefather is determined to clean up his neighborhood and all neighborhoods from cheap punk gangs. Unfortunately, he wants the neighborhoods cleaned up so his boys can take over. So that makes him a relative good guy. Shades of Grey, I guess. Exactly. We've got Barry and Benny, and we will get a third Tier 1 Punk. These are Punk. The Mastermind is the Summoner class in the game, the Pet class. And Mastermind, there are 3 tiers of the, 7 different types of pets. The 7 different types of pets are robots, undead, demons. Steve Constantine, my highest level Mastermind, is a demon summoner. Robots, Did I already say robots? Robots, undead, demons, mercenaries, punks, animals, and ninja. And so the 3 tier 1 punks in his gang are Barry and Benny, and eventually they'll get Billy. The 2 tier 2 will be Brutus and Bluto, Bruise. And the tier 3 will be Balrog, Bruise. If it seems like I've put too much thought into this, it's because I've put too much thought into it. A lot of people who have played a lot of games and enjoy pet gameplay, the general consensus from those I have spoken to, dealt with, and everything is that the Mastermind class in City of Heroes / Villains is the best iteration of a pet class that anyone's ever seen. So. And of course, we're using rubber bullets because we don't actually kill people. Just like Batman ever beat the living crap of accidentally ended up dying. Say it's top-notch with mods. The control is silly, even without mods, when you control them really easy. Yeah, mods, I understand, is the key to optimizing. So Canucket, it has a robust macroing language, not as robust as Star Wars Galaxies does, but a very solid, era-appropriate, shall we say, from the good old days when games included their own macroing. Fusionette and an aberrant eremite. If memory serves, an eremite is like a hermit. Hi, Fusionette. Jimmy sent you, didn't he? I kind of got in over my head. Well, I figured. I'm going to lead you out now, Sunshine. Boys, let's escort the lady out. Any more info on mods used for control? Mastermind is fun. I don't have any particular information. I only have one Mastermind at enough of a level where things are starting to get really complicated, where I've got all 6 of the pets at once. Thank you, Canucket. Just given the fact that Batman has hit so many people really, really hard, and the number of people who die every year in this country from falling and hitting their head on the concrete, there gotta be accidental deaths. Fusionette, there you go. A garbage truck grinder may have been involved. Very, very nice. I'm glad when Batman decided to, he'd had enough and was really going to let somebody have it. He accidentally dropped them in a garbage truck grinder. We have to contact Jim Tembler. I saved your girlfriend. Oh, I mean your childhood friend, Jim. I got a call from Fusionette. She told me that she's fine thanks to you, so I owe you for that. She also said that the Lost did have the tape, but now that some Lost leader called Curse has it. Then she told me that she's going to go get it by herself. Yeah, impulsive. She's in no shape to fight again. It's too soon. All I wanted was to find out what happened to my dad. I didn't want her to get hurt doing it. Thanks for helping. I know I can be kind of hard to get along with, but thanks. Hey, I heard that you were... heard there were some people looking for you. They wanted to talk to you about some stuff. Okay. I have Jake Montoya or Pavel Garnier. Vazalok and the Outcast. I hate the Vazalok. It's Jake. Yes, I'm sure. Chip Zdarsky decided to have Matt Murdock accidentally beat someone to death in 2012. Wasn't a fan of the arc. Well, I mean, given the fact that he frequently hits people with a stick, given real life, the odds are he would have accidentally killed someone, but there's a difference between getting carried away and beating someone to death. Nearly all assaults with deadly involve melee or falls. Yeah, punching and smacking a body around. Well, we like to believe that it's easy to knock someone out, but generally speaking, if you knock someone out, that's called a coma. At the very least, they're going to be concussed. Part 2, Rumbling in the Past. Keep Fusionette from getting killed. Okay. We're going to keep Fusionette from getting killed. Super speed! Pardon me, guys. Coming through. Make room. Superhero coming through. Superhero gang leader coming through. Recovering from a car accident, his body doesn't respond with the precision. He miscalculates. I think I probably would have gone with like a lasting and far more serious injury than he intended, but I can understand that. Well, I just installed my first mod to the game the other day. The first couple of mods. The first one I put up is Vidiot Maps, I think it's called. And it has additional information on the map. Basically, it's the same old map. But they added text to the map for things like badges and NPCs, and also put up information about every little map subsection. Yeah, I do know a lot of people swear by using macros, but I've never done it. For controlling mobs and such. The pets. Another aberrant Rector. Rector damn near killed her! Okay. Help Fusionette. Defeat Curse. Alright. Arbiter Sands has showed up. Instead of fighting, perhaps we can work together. Macros only bind commands that already exist. Yeah, they're basically just for... Instead of clicking button, you hit one button and it issues 3 or 4 commands in a row. Or, a command that accepts arguments. Help Fusionette. All right. Arbiter Sands doesn't want to talk to me, but evidently we're working towards the same thing. He is a member of the Bad Guys, the Big Bad Guys organization. Arachnos is the name. That's a level for me. I'm now level 17. Feel free to be awed. A-W-E-D or O-D-D. Either one. I wouldn't want you to not be awed. O-D-D. Thank you, thank you. Massively OP has had a series of articles over this week about a number of City of Heroes things that I wasn't aware of. Macros, I wasn't aware that macros existed at all. And so they had an article on macros and how to start installing them. They've had another article where they talked specifically about things like pop-up menus and the like. So it might be worth your while to just simply check out the coverage they've had on Massively OP. Massively OP is the name of the website. They're a primarily MMORPG based website, and I think it's just, they used to be massively.com. Now, after they got their entire organization went bankrupt above them and shut them down, they're Massively OP, spelled just the way it sounds, massively in the letters O and P.com. Martial artistry seems to be way better in Homecoming than you remember from 2005-ish. They've made a lot of updates for power sets and the like to make them more competitive. Aha, massive. Oh, your bed name. There was Massively OP. Now it's just, it was Massively, and that obviously was your, that and Monster Meat obviously are your two in-bed nicknames. All right, I just did a lap. That was nice, I suppose. Evil thrives when anti-good people don't kill them. Okay. Well, you know, I don't kill. I obviously just it's bullets. The bullets kill, not me. Is that gonna fly at all, you think? Probably not. Oh. Well, we pissed somebody off, so now he's gotta go. Oh. I didn't even see the Aeromite. You get everybody? Everybody? All of my guys ran upstairs. They're enthusiastic. They're go-getters. They enjoy their work, which technically does involve killing people. By the way, you say that ironclad defense while I'm playing City of Heroes. There's, in the tutorial for Champions Online, there is something called the Ironclad Defense, which involves a hero they have there named Ironclad. So for a moment I went, why is he referring to Champions? Oh, he's not. Exactly. Well, I know that historically my overweight nature was due to forks and spoons, not so much knives or plates. Mostly the knives and fork. Actually, mostly the forks, yeah. All right. Oh, okay, we've got everything now. We just need to find Curse and defeat him. Well, usually they like to be in the place like this up the stairs, so I'm going to follow that. Whoop. Ow. That's right. Just shoot at me. Just shoot at me. You don't care. Just a hard-working, okay, gangster, true. Trying to make a dishonest, kind of mostly, living. The other guy didn't really stand much of a chance, you know. Between me and Fusionette and the Arbiter from Arachnos, it was pretty quick. Probably not painless, however. All right, guys, would you like to take care of him, please? curse was not, in fact, gotten via the stairs, as I had hoped. By the way, this is a different curse from the curse in Thor Dark World. A couple of guys laying on the ground. Maybe you guys should have just stayed down. I think would have been wise. Really, I mean, what kind of crazy dude takes on this small army? Everyone? Oh, good. Way to shoot a guy when he's down. Literally. Not very impressive. Well, that's true. Well, I mean, that's going to happen in the comics. I mean, generally speaking, they're cranking out 12 a year for year after year after year. Pretty much everything's going to show up sooner or later. Sometimes many, many times. Ah, it's Curse, guys. Running away, are you? Alright. Me and my small army of friends got him. Yeah, sometimes more than 12 a year for heroes with multiple titles like Spider-Man or Batman. Yeah. I can't imagine how many stories have come out in a single year with the single largest number for any comic book hero in a single year has got to be 50, 60. Who's shooting at everybody? It's not my guys. We'll head back to Jim Tembler. I can't keep a straight face with that name. Hi, Jim. Fusionette's okay. Maybe she'll listen to her doctor next time. Anyway, I have to thank you for that. And now Arachnos is mixed up in it. I didn't know. I was going to be anything like this, Bruisefather. I just don't know what to do next, but this Nocturne person has the only thing left that could tell me what happened to my father. And if Arachnos' interest, it's got to be stopped, right? You've done a lot to help me. Fusionette was my only friend for a long time. I'm glad that isn't true anymore. I'm not your friend, dude. I'm taking over the neighborhood. And you will pay protection. You will get protection. Part 3. This next thing is pretty big. I don't know much about Arachnos, but I know enough to be worried that they want the tape of what happened to my dad. I guess we're just lucky that their infighting gave us a clue as to where it is now. If Arbiter Sands was telling the truth, then the Arachnos agent is about to make her getaway. Stopping her is the only chance left for me to find out what happened to my dad. And for you to stop whatever Arachnos is up to. There still might be time. You might want to get some friends. This Nocturne, the Night Widow, sounds pretty tough. In the 90s, Marvel had the Amazing Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man, the Web of Spider-Man going simultaneously. Sometimes they even split up a single story between them. Yeah, well, anything to pull a person into more than one book. Crossovers and the like, and then they got into, of course, the big mega crossovers with things like Infinity Wars and so on. Secret Wars. I've read those. Oh, sewers again? Is this necessary? Arachnos. It turns your stomach to think of those butchers in Paragon City. No, what turns my stomach is the smell of the sewers I'm in. Again. No, I'm not sure if there's ever been a comic title that doesn't go into the sewers. But definitely, the number of games, MMOs, that don't go into the sewers and or have spiders is a very small number indeed. Defeat Nocturne and destroy the escape craft. Alright, well, we've got another Muse Striker over here. And a Wolf Spider Tac-Ups. You know, I gotta say, Arachno's pretty boring. Unlike, say, the original Fifth Column, the American Nazis in the game, who had robotic fighters for them, mechs, and also had werewolves. Now, maybe that was the reason they removed them from the game for a while, was simply Nazis with access to mechanical men and werewolves actually sounds pretty badass. Yeah, I never read them when they were fresh and new. I read some of the stuff in trade paperbacks later. So that's how I read Secret Wars and Infinity War. Well, the thing is there's two batches of American Nazis in this game. The original game had the Fifth Column, which basically is what Nazi agents in the U.S. were called during World War II. And here they were a real organization. They were the ones who had mech men and had werewolves on their side. At some point in this game, during the original iteration, they were removed from the game. I don't know if we ever found out an actual reason. My assumption at the time was like they were rolling the game out into Europe or Germany specifically, where they have laws about that kind of thing, and so it felt a little bit too on the nose with their black, white, and red coloring, looking very Nazi-esque indeed. And so they then had them superseded by a different group of American Nazis called fuck. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. Anyway, this additional group came in and took over playing the same role in the storyline and everything. But later on, they brought back the Fifth Column with the retcon that the other guys had betrayed them and been controlling them the whole time. And so they hate each other more than they hate the good guys. And so every time you see the Fifth Column and these other guys, they're fighting. Two batches of American Nazis fighting each other. That way or that way? We'll go this way. Ooh, a Mew Guardian. Knockdown. Alright, we gotta find Nocturne. Kick her butt and destroy the escape craft. Got some Spider Enforcers. Wolf Spider Enforcer. Air them out, boys. Now air them out, boys. Oh, there was somebody up there. Okay. Guess that was your politically charged comment of the year. Back to the previous schedule. Oh, it took a sec. It didn't hang. Boy, it hung there. I told you. Sometimes I just don't get it the first time. I'm thinking historically. Well, did the American Nazis wear red caps? I don't remember. My apologies. That wasn't a you. That was a me. Guys, please shoot the bad man. Thank you. Did I accidentally placed my regeneration device. Well, everyone is looking mighty healthy now. So that thing's on cooldown for about 45 minutes. Slight exaggeration. I think we have to go through this door. Yes, I think so. Hit the Fortunata Seer. And the answer to your question is, they certainly would. Sounds like Marvel's regretting getting rid of Frank Castle. Sales tanked hard on a replacement character. They're bringing back Garth Ennis and Frank in May. They got rid of Frank Castle? Fat Buddy, good evening. I insist that your weekend be going awesome. Am I insisting in vain? Hopefully you haven't done anything foolish like, oh, I don't know, burning your lips. Good. Well, I mean, I obviously have a rooting interest in the game, but not enough to actually watch it. First they tried taking away his guns and giving him swords, then they deconstructed the character without ever building him back up again, then they finally killed him off and replaced him with another character with essentially a carbon copy of Frank's origin story. Well, you said it wasn't hurting, Knock, so, I mean, I have to abuse you. I mean, that's... if you check the rules when you first come into the channel, they completely, actually, explicitly say, I'm going to abuse everybody. Those are the rules I think that I probably should put into, but haven't yet. Well, now it's just weird. Okay. Night Widow Nocturne. She's going to be an elite boss, and she is orange difficulty. That's going to be a bit of a... Rule number 1, the DM's always right. Rule number 2, for some reason the DM is wrong. See rule number 1. Well, certainly don't tell them that they're wrong. That is... Oh, yeah, okay. This is going to be interesting. We'll get to Nocturne in a minute. This might go wrong. The Nocturne thing, I mean. Prepare the sub. I want to be in Grandville tomorrow. Yeah, this is going to be dicey. I think this is going to be real dicey. Oh, but I did forget something. My force field generator. Everybody needs one. Most gangs don't have their own. Don't run in too far, guys. Alright, hit her with everything. Fighting me is the last thing you'll ever do. Well, so far, we seem to be doing okay, because you're half dead, and none of us are showing any injuries. Wow! That was way easier than I expected. Hey now, his name's the Brotector. Because we're all part of the Bruisebrothers. So, he's the Brotector. And that's another level for me. And we have completed the mission, gotten a bunch of XP, gotten some reward merits. Need to train up, and then we'll go kick, what's his face? Name. Veles. We're going to kick his ass next. Be introduced to it. You got it. Yes, I got it. Somebody else needs my help. Penelope Yin. Okay. But we are heading back. You can't unsee the image of the shield generator looking like an excruciatingly large butt plug. If you sit in it on it, though, if it was turned upside down and you sat on this end, impaling yourself thereon, you would be like a weeble. Not you specifically, more generally, anyone who did that would be like a weeble. Because weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. No, but I'm talking about the functional usage to make you into a weeble. No, the other thing just turns you into the world's largest flesh lollipop. Actually, given the fact that it is that a Weeble is a kid's toy, I'm pretty sure it's safe to Google. That's why Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. They were a kid's toy. They were sort of, if memory serves, sort of like the little Lego figurines you have with Lego feet, except these ones had round bottoms and were weighted, so they couldn't fall over. That's a Weeble, and that's why they could wobble but not fall down. And that's what you would look like if you had this turned upside down and you were sitting restfully upon it. It's Saturday night. Train up to the next level. Add enhancement slots. Let's see. I like the force field generator so far. Quite impressed with the force field generator. And... alright, we've got... oh, Gang War is supposed to be really good. Calls a gang of 10 or so thug posse to come to your aid for a brief while. Posse are not like true henchmen. They can't be given direct commands, nor will they appear in your pet window. You must select an enemy target to attack before calling these thugs. Posse are many, but they are very weak and can only be equipped with the most basic weapons. Although they'll follow you, they're not as loyal as henchmen, and they will only stick around for a few minutes before taking off. I'll be doing my enhanced root beer floats on the 14th. So, Wednesday, I think? Wednesday. As is tradition, from my younger, more emotionally distressed days of getting tanked on Valentine's, I'll be doing it because it's become a tradition. I'm not likely to get weepy on stream. Off stream, of course, I'll be a wreck. But on stream? No. I'm past that. But I do enjoy a good excuse to get hammered. Alright, we now have another bonkers attack added to our collection. And I could actually use another tray slot. So, let's see. Well, these can go up here, I suppose. That'll stay there. That's the caltrops, which we don't really use because it's not very good. Gang War. It's already in the tray. Where is it? I didn't see it in the tray. It is in the tray. Well, now it's there. So there. I've trained up. We're now going to kill Velis until he dies from it. We're now 2 levels up, and I'm going to call a gang war on his ass. I am still actively endeavoring to lose weight, so I'm trying to reduce the amount of chemically induced temporary liquid euphoria I'm consuming. Or if it's alcohol, would that be alchemically induced? But I'll be enjoying those on Wednesday. Guys, everyone. Barry, Benny, Brutus. Too bad you didn't like the other legal highs. Yeah. No, and I didn't. I wanted to. Believe me, I really wanted to. I just didn't like the effects I got from the various cannabinoids I've tried. And that was actually one of the reasons why I wanted to try them. If I could find a let's say, an intoxicant that I liked roughly as much as alcohol, that'd be a lot of calories I'd just be able to carve out of the old diet. Morana. Go. The lab's location is compromised. What about the trolls? They're expecting the equipment. I'll deal with Atta in time. But first I must deal with Bruisefather and his new regulators. Watch a lot of my old stuff on YouTube? Oh, thank you. I wish I'd thought to put it up earlier. Start saving all of my, Twitch streams to YouTube. There's something like, I don't know, 450 on there, 500 on there, something like that. Must have lost a lot of weight already. Oh, God, yes. I've 30 kilos, give or take. So that's 70 pounds for those of you in freedom units. Well, if you cut the old line about calories in versus calories out is how I've done it. On an average day, I probably eat, on average, about 1,300 calories. No, I'm not using Ozempic or the other one. Apparently, there is currently, they're noticing a problem, not a problem for, like, somebody who's got significant weight issues, and losing weight would be inherently healthy almost through any solution, with muscle loss. Apparently people on the new class of weight loss drugs are having a significant issue with losing muscle mass. So they're recommending increasing the amount of protein in the diet as one of the sort of simple, straightforward things a person should be doing if they're on one of the new meds. But no, in my case... Oh, we got the bad guy. Guys, you want to attack Velas, please? Thank you. Why didn't that... Oh, that's why it didn't come up, damn it. Alright, we have to listen to him. He's gonna talk at us. Come on, guys. Let's kill these people back here, because when he's done yapping, we have to rescue somebody. There it is. We have to rescue the guy back here. Everyone, please kill the Bone Daddy. Why did it make a hyperlink out of what? Maybe the dot? Is he following us? Yeah, the facility manager is following us. We'll now leave. It doesn't show up as... Oh, okay. It shows up on Twitch as a hyperlink type thing. It does not show up on Restream. So, yeah, my assumption is it's the dot. It didn't like the dot. .we may also be a top level domain. Probably is. All right. And victory. We have defeated Velas. We have kicked his ass, to be precise. Me and my boys. Earned a badge. Skullbuster badge. And also the tourist badge. So tomorrow is the big day in America. Super Bowl Sunday. My local team is playing. Their headquarters is like 2 miles down the road. The stadium they play in is like 3 miles down the road. The game is in Vegas. Funnily enough, the 49ers are the betting favorites, but most of the experts, somebody has made a cow-based character, the Mighty Hoof. The experts seem to largely be choosing Kansas City to win. You are the Mighty Hoof? You are said cow-based character? Nod knocks. That's utterly ridiculous. Mm-hmm. I didn't say a thing. I have no idea what you might be talking about. Great work. The facility manager is already being treated at Crown Memorial, and the Skull's Superidine lab is already being put out by the fire department. Velas and Marana may have escaped, but without their lab, the Skulls are going to have a tough times ahead. You've done it, Bruisefather. You busted the Superidine ring. Deadlock's personal story. Nothing personal, just business. A thought suddenly darkens Eagle Eye's demeanor as he reflects on events internally. Finally, he chooses to speak on them. I'm afraid I haven't been 100% forthcoming with information, Bruisefather. Imagine my shock and surprise, if you can. It's just, well, I didn't want to alarm you. Back Alley Brawler should be the one who is congratulating you for taking down Velas and the Skull's Superidine lab. Unfortunately, he couldn't. You see, Brawler was investigating the sudden surge in Superidine on the street. Sudden surge of Superidine on the street? That's a lot of S's. But when the Skulls caught wind of him snooping around their turf, the Petrovics decided to hire some outside help to take care of him, a contract killer named Deadlock. Deadlock and the Regulators go way back. He's a high-priced killer, and drug lords have a lot of money, so you can imagine that we had run-ins with him from time to time. Deadlock put the Brawler in a hospital. If you like, I can tell you all about it. This player is a single-player mission only. Is Brawler okay? His pride is about as crippled as he is, but he's going to make a full recovery. When I heard this from Brawler, I knew that the Skulls were up to something big here in King's Row. I dusted off my old costume and carried on where Michael couldn't. Here, I'll tell you all about it. This is a mission where you get to play as the real bad guy. You get to beat the crap out of the back alley brawler. And you play Deadlock. Oh, but I do get my friends with me. That's nice. But now I can deal a whole boatload of damage too. So many more improper names for my character that I didn't pick. You should be praised for it. Well, I wasn't. No. I was just saying that the name was utterly ridiculous. That's all. Not that it wasn't a good name for a superhero. There's nothing wrong with ridiculous, young man. Use the super serum. I have used the super serum and got a temporary power. And now I'm going to kick his ass. Fine, you knocked me down, but I get back up again. You're never going to keep me down. Yes, but it's important that everyone get it. That if you have a cow-based hero, that I go utterly ridiculous. Everyone get that? It's important that everyone appreciate the wit and subtlety of my clever wordplay. So let's get the business out of the way before we catch up on old times, you dig? Business? Who hired you? A pair of nutjobs called the Bruisebrothers. Seems you got them enough word enough that they hired me to take you out of the picture for them. If you came over here to kill me, then get it over with. Brother, if I was here to kill you, you'd be killed. I came here to offer you a life-changing experience just like you did for me. But in order to do that, you're going to have to hit rock bottom. That was me being the bad guy. Nobody knows what it's like to be the bad man. To be the sad man. Behind blue eyes. But when you do an instance bit like that and you come back out, sadly, all of your toggles have been turned off. Why isn't everybody's toggles back on? I think that's it. Yeah, okay, they're equipped. Good evening. And welcome. And hi. How you doing? And that's how Michael told the story. Be careful, Bruisefather. There's no telling whether the Skulls still have the money necessary to hire Deadlock to pay you a visit in order to repay you for what you did to the Bruisebrothers. Just remember, watch your back. I can't. I'm going to strain my neck if I keep trying. I have no missions. Now, Ganymede is giving out the mission, I think, for the Valentine's Day event. Which, frankly, it didn't interest me very much. But we're back with Twin Shot. With friends like these, hell hath more fury than you thought. All right, Bruisefather, as our last mission has made painfully clear, we've started to get into situations that are a bit over our head. Don't get me wrong, we've done a damn fine job so far, given the circumstances. You just don't get any second chances in this line of work, you know? Anyway, I want to make sure that when we get big threats to show up, that we're ready to handle them. You and Grimm seem to be our top fighters, so I want the two of you to get some practice against some tougher opponents. Glad to hear you're on board, kiddo. I swear to God, I'm going to smack her so hard one of these days. I talked with a guy from Hero Corps, and he said that he had something for the two of you. Should be tough, but I'm sure you can handle it. Why don't you head over there now? No time like the present, you know? Yeah, in my experience, in this mission, I do the entire mission because the help, Grimm, gets his ass kicked on by like the second mob and is literally worthless for the rest of the mission. I have done the Penelope Yin missions. I just finished off the Temblor missions, or at least the start of it. I have done the Penelope Yin questline a couple of times. Steel Canyon South, I think. Well, as an old man, even my character being called kiddo, the thing is it's generally condescending, regardless of who's saying it. I will say it sarcastically or ironically. Circle of Thorns. In the alley. We talked to this guy, and he needs us to take care of this thing because they can't get to it despite the fact that it's literally across the street. Welcome to the new Hero Core powered persona. Oh, you're Bruisefather, correct? That would be me. Fantastic. Ms. Twinshot asked me to arrange a slightly more difficult mission for you and Mr. Grimm. I've already given him the coordinates for the warehouse. I think he's scouting the place now. We received reports from Magi that a group of cultists have started some sort of ritual that would bring a powerful demon into Paragon City. Normally, we'd forward this report on to the FBSA, but Ms. Twinshot has assured us that the two of you will be able to handle this mission of this caliber. Cultists, we talking about the Circle? No, I believe this ritual is performed by members of the Hellions gang. I'll upload the coordinates to the warehouse where we've tracked them. Wait, Hellions? This difficult mission has us fighting Hellions? Spoiler, it is difficult. Sir, please do not underestimate the danger of this mission. I realize you've faced Hellions before, and those encounters may not have seemed formidable, but these Hellions are different. Hero Corps tries its best to make sure that the heroes like you get missions that are appropriate to their combat ability, and Ms. Twinshot has assured me that yours is top-notch. That is why you're receiving this task. We wouldn't let a new recruit tackle this mission. Please keep that in mind. All right, thanks for the warning. And it's literally across the street. Across one street. There it is. There's also a boatload of hot demon chicks. The girlfriend from hell would be the example I would use here. The girlfriend from hell hits really hard. It's going to blow up and Grimm's going to get himself killed or almost killed because he's too stupid. Yeah, see? Wow. It did a lot of damage to him, but it didn't show any damage. That's odd. Okay, well, we have finished out the first batch of them. We have 2 more altars to destroy. He's dancing. He's a dancing machine. Take out the fallen gunner. Roland was a gunner from the land of the midnight sun, with his Thompson gun for hire, fighting to be done. A deal was made in Denmark on a dark and stormy day. So they headed for Biafra to join the bloody fray. It's a song. Anyone? Anyone? Another girlfriend from hell up there, and she's higher level. That's not great. Over here? Yeah, over here. I was pretty sure there was another one on this level. I'm going to go ahead and summon them. Alright, Barry is down. We'll resummon Barry. Everyone shoot the Altar of Torment, please. Alright, 2 Altars of Torment down. Let's see. There was another one upstairs. We'll go ahead and resummon the Protector. Oh. Well, we can just shoot this before we shoot up the other bad lady. The other girlfriend from heck. Fools! Too late! It stopped me. Too late to stop me. I live once more. All right. Whoop! Brutus, baby. Oh, there's still somebody fighting. There is. Brutus is down. All right, Brutus. I get you back up. Come on. There you go. And, oh. The first time I've gotten an arsonist. That's right. That the arsonist can get summoned. I had forgotten about that. That as you level up, it can change the summons. Well, he is going to be named Bernie Bruise. Uh-huh. There we go. Bernie Bruise, the arsonist, Barry Bruise, and Brutus is back. We have to destroy the demon before it achieves its full power. I'm quite happy with the Bernie Bruise. It's a simply terrible joke. Glorious, isn't it? Pardon me. And there is the big bad demon. Aldros the Hateful. Oh, dude. Don't be a hater. Nobody likes a hater. So I'll just knock him on his ass. And my boys will perforate him a great many times. Two of my boys are down. And Brutus almost is. Probably because they're standing in the damn fire. That was what it was. They were standing in the fire. They're not that smart, okay? Oh, we hit a level... Barry, Bernie, and Benny, where we get... we are 18. At 18, we get the third one. That's what it was. So we now have 3. And 1. I think it's 20... I think at level 22, we get the second Tier 2 Thug. Will be Bluta. Bruisefather, you're back. Magi detected a demonic presence in the area recently. I didn't expect to see you again. How are you faring? I'm a little singed, but otherwise fine. The demon's been taken care of. Ah, glad to hear it. I guess Miss Twinshot was correct about your combat capabilities. One moment, please. Colonel, you can call off the raid. Yeah, the situation's under control. Yes, Colonel. Yes, I understand. I'm sorry I wasted your time. Thanks for dealing with that situation, Bruisefather. It's good to have reliable heroes around that can handle the especially dangerous cases. You know, with your skill, you may want to consider updating your Hero Corps profile. If the missions you get ever feel like they're not quite pushing your limits, or if you find yourself in over your head, you can come talk to any Hero Corps agent. We're able to fine-tune the difficulty of your missions. Yeah. Fantastic. Yeah. And now we're back to talk to Twinshot again. Hey, kiddo. I guess you and Grim had fun. He seems a little crispy around the edges, you know. Seriously, though, Grim was talking you up a few minutes ago. I think you seriously impressed that guy. With fighters like you guys on the team, I think we might just make it through this whole mess. Speaking of, with friends like these, if you don't mind. One thing just doesn't want to come off. There we are. While you and Grim were off in the cooker, Proton clued me in on some strange readings we found. He was going on about disruptions in space-time and whatnot, but the gist of it is that some guys showed up in Galaxy are popping around the city. Proton asked me to check out a nearby warehouse where he's been getting those readings, but I've got my own needs to work on. Anyway, I thought maybe you could check it out, see what's up. We need only find out the, I guess you already know that those things were Praetorian, right? Yeah, I'm aware. That's what I thought. Well, I'm damn sure they don't have a good reason for being here, and we need to know what they're after. I have a hunch or two, but any info you find could give us the inside edge, you know? Let me know what you find when you get back. I'm really counting on you, kiddo. Ah, my boys. Look at them. They've been practicing their dance moves. Pretty impressive, don't you think? Wow. Backstreet bruises, all right. Sorry. Genuinely. Lovely and scenic Steel Canyon. Me and my boys. We're up to 4 of us now. 4 of them. Me and my 4 servants. The help. Bots. I forgot to bring out The Protector. Really? What kind? Robots that run away from a fight. I never thought I'd see it, you know. Robots. Scaredy bots. That's what they are. I have to rescue no mind. Martial artist. Can't remember if he's in here or not. I think there are more mobs in here that I'm comfortable with, as everybody could get, let's just say, hurt. Ooh, and they have a mender. Neither borrower nor a mender be. So I'm going to go ahead and summon up the gang warriors. Still got somebody over here? I do. Well, that took me using the gang war. I think that's the name of the thing, isn't it? Yeah, gang war. Calling in a whole bunch of fresh meat. To, you know, take their lumps. They gotta, if they want to join the Bruisebrothers, you're gonna have to earn it. So, sacrificial lambs, fodder. They're the fodder, and I'm the father. That's another level for me. More of them. God damn it. Who are we missing? I'm out of energy. First time I've heard that sound on this character. Alright, we get everybody. Looks like it. Those are tough fights when there's like 6 mobs. Even if I've leveled up. Builder first, guys. Get Bot the Builder. Mender. Healing bots. Not our friends. Where is, what's his face? No Mind. There are an assload of robots in here. A shit ton, if you like. Imperial, not metric. Good evening. It's going reasonably well. I would say the heroics were going super, but that'd be a little bit too on the nose. Why haven't I found No Mind yet? Where is No Mind? I was sure he was in this room. Like laying on the ground somewhere, but I'm not seeing him. If memory serves, he got his ass kicked by the bots. Alright, the Protector is back on the job. You can now sit without an ice cube on your lips. Well, that is a plus. But if you're anything like me, with an injury like that, I would spend the better part of the next week constantly licking my lips to see if it still hurt. That is a purely human thing to do, because we're sometimes dumb animals. Like if you had a toothache and you keep tonguing it to see if it still hurts. Like, I wonder if it's still hurting. Ah, yeah, it's still hurting. That's human. Alright, let's take out Bot the Builder. Yeah, rubbing a splinter would be similar. Yep. Oh, that's right. He's in that office back at the very beginning. Yeah, he's in the office here, I think. That I do not do because I wear lip balm, and that has conditioned me to not smack or lick my lips. Ah, yeah. I had the same thing with lipstick. I wear lipstick and... I mean lip balm. Guys, shoot the bots, please. Thank you. Cowboy with chapped lips. The setup rings a bell, but I don't remember the joke. Where are you freaking going? My God. Oh my, what is with these robots? I fear I'm no match for these metal monstrosities. He says that, and then eventually you see him start kicking the living shit out of them alongside us. Who are we missing? We are missing one of our lower tier thugs. Benny's back, and there's going to be trouble. Hey now, hey now. Benny's back. My thanks again for fighting off those, just call them Clockwork. I have fought Clockwork before, but not like these. Alone, my fists cannot damage their armor plating, and I am helpless. But then I am no longer alone. What do you mean? Your powers are obviously strong enough to defeat these Clockwork. While I could not do such a thing by myself, I can certainly support you. With your guidance, I could learn to strike their plating more effectively, and these unusual machines will learn to fear me. However, this can only be possible if I accompany you in your fight. Wait, hold on, you're saying? Yes, Bruisefather, if you do not mind, I would like to be your sidekick. Temporarily no mind, I suppose. I have to find 3 pieces of evidence. Fortunately, having cleared the whole place out, it's now easy for us to get to the 3 pieces of evidence. Right turn. Nope. Wrong turn. That was the wrong turn. It was a RAGH turn. As in a turn to the right, but not the right turn. There you go. Let's see. I will allow that. Cowboy rides up to the saloon and hitches his horse and then walks around behind the horse, lifts its tail, and kisses it right on the butthole. A fellow watching him asks why he did that. The cowboy explains that his lips get really chapped when he's out on the trail. The other fellow says, and that helps with the chapped lips? The cowboy says, nah, but it sure keeps me from licking them. That would be where I had heard the joke before. I did not remember it, but pretty sure that's the one. Yeah, if something doesn't pop up correctly because it gets auto-modded on the Twitch side, let me know and I can manually check it, because it doesn't show up at all in my primary chat stream that I'm keeping an eye on, which is the Restream chat, because that shows me both the YouTube and Twitch chats. And there's one more piece of evidence, and it's in this trash can over here. Yeah, it'll let you know, and then all I have to do is click and allow or deny. Fend off the Clockwork ambushes. Yay! Come on. You will get to hear one of my favorite sound effects in the game, the martial artist kicking something sound effect from No Mind here. It sounds like a gunshot. It's a really good sound effect. All right, there's the kick. He misses. That's it. The Come on, bots. I saw you. You were talking in freaking assembly code. They're running again. That's the sound effect. Oh, we've got one more batch coming here. Here he comes. Come on, guys. There he is. There's the big guy. The Dismantler. Ow. Oh. What is with these chicken bots? There we go. Mission complete. Bump. Off we go. Martial artist regen you're playing right now. You can't confirm it's a really good time. It is a really, in most MMOs, there are certain skills you'll use, certain sounds that will be generated, sometimes some voice work that is really satisfying. And the kicking sound the martial artists have in this game is first rate. Back to Twin Shot. No Mind, huh? Never heard of him. Sounds like you did right by him. It's good to see you've got some leadership skills, kiddo. I can't guarantee I'll be around forever, so, well, let's just say it's good to see you taking charge when you need to. Anyway, what'd you find? I explained to Twin Shot what I found. Well, it's not much, but it's something. I think this calls for a good old investigation. Really enjoy the street fighting abilities and sounds. Yeah, there were a couple, is it street fighting or street... I don't think it's street fighting. It's something else. Similar. One of my higher level characters, Flex McGristle, the best name in the whole game, is one of the street fighting experts. Is his and I think bioarmor is his secondary. Those items you found in the warehouse may not lead anywhere, but anything related to the Praetorian's presence here is worth looking into. You're going to need to take care of this one yourself, kiddo. Yeah. Proton's tied up with lab work, and he's managed to rope Dillo into retrieving parts for some temporal doohickey he's working on. I asked Grimm to have give Flambeau a crash course in tactical combat, and I'm willing to bet that teaching that hothead anything is going to take a while. As for me, well, I've got to talk to a few people. Of course she does. Everything okay? My past is catching up with me. Yeah, we know. Anyway, looking at the stuff at the warehouse and see if there's any more connection to the clockwork. Blah-de-blah-de-blah-de-blah. Fine. I've received 100 messages today with Restream chat. Thanks, guys. We got an achieve. You did the achieving. I get the achieve. That was 100 messages today. I can click tweet to send out a tweet about it if, in fact, I had hooked up my Twitter to Restream, or if, in fact, I ever used my Twitter at all. I have tweeted twice, and it was in, like, the first week I had it, and that was 10 years ago, and so, yeah, I don't use Twitter. The crane kick is quick. The crane kick is so satisfying with cow leggies this large. The knockback really sells it. Yeah, well, it would, and if a cow really kicked, yeah. I've seen what happens when a horse really kicks. I've seen video of somebody, like, fucking around with a police horse, and the police horse doesn't even look to see. Just, and the guy goes flying. Street willpower scrapper for the theme, and wound up being really nice. Street Justice? I can't remember the name now, damn it. I have to train. So that means We'll see if we get the jazz guitar riff of Blythe Square this time when we get into the right area. When we get near to Valkyrie. There we are. Bow now now now. We have a robots mastermind here. And the effect they're throwing out is resistance. So I'm not sure. Is that maybe kinetic? Also, I think I forgot to buff my boys. I had forgotten to buff them. So that person, they are Robotic Latrois. I don't know Latrois. I'm going to guess that's supposed to be just a name. That's Positron. I don't need Positron. I need Valkyrie to train up to another new level of power. New level. Oh, Gang War, please. We're going to want to be able to summon them more often. And sometime soon I'm going to have to actually, like, I don't know, get some enhancements for this guy. But not yet. Not yet. Bots force field named Das Maschinenmeister. Well, that one works. And you can't really go wrong with a good German name, although yours is a little short. Single word, Maschinenmeister. It needs like several more compound words slammed onto the end of that to be a real good German name. Note, my actual first and last names are German. Mission. There we go. Box of costume parts. That's his code name. He has a full German name, which I can't remember. That's the one that in your bio you have to go full bonkers on. It's got to be a Von name. You know, such and such Von, this, that, and the other. There's a Monty Python bit where they go whole German hog on a name that a guy has. And Elektromikrosatzmeiermeister, something along those lines. The name of the character in the bit is Johann Gambelputti von Alfernplatz, and it goes on for about 30 seconds. But the base name is Johann Gambelputti. Really? And the fact that I can quote large expanses of Monty Python dialogue it says a lot about me, and not all of it good. This is a character who would not get put into a game these days. This is Surge. So for those of you who've ever seen Beverly Hills Cop, you may remember Bronson Pinchot playing a character named Surge, who was a stereotypic, presumably gay foreigner of indistinct origin. And this one is also playing a stereotypic gay character. Oh, no. That look. It's so ancient. I haven't seen designs like that in years. Excuse me? Your look, your appearance, your visual impact, it's all wrong. It just won't do. Come, I have the perfect belt that would just... no, that's not why I'm here. No, darling, that's why I'm here. Heroes, gods, and champions all come to me to make sure they strike the right tone on their appearance. And right now, the tone I'm getting from you is wobbly. You don't want to pounce on a gang of outcasts only for them to laugh at your wobbly costume, do you? Let me take you to one of our rooms. I have some things that would make you look absolutely fantastic. The press won't be able to keep their cameras off you. Wobbly, look, I'm here to... Ah! Whoa, calm down, darling. What's the matter? You show Serge the box with old costume parts and explain what you found. Oh, those old things? Oh, darling, you're sweet, but I don't need those anymore. Those are some old doodads from when I moved out of my studio in L.A. I decided I didn't need them anymore, so I just left them behind. It's sad that in fashion industry you must always be looking forward, or you'll only end up stale. Why were they in a warehouse filled with clockwork? Warehouse on 15th and Maple? Yeah, I used to lease that place for storage, but that was years ago. Haven't the foggiest idea what it's being used for. Sigh. Right, thanks for your help. Anytime, darling, anytime. Regarding Python, did you watch the Superhero League of Hoboken video that I linked? Yeah, I watched it. A bit much. The fact that it was non-stop gags was too many misses for my taste amongst the hits. Yes. It's not Serge, it's Serge. By the way, I'm not sure if they're still filming or not. I think they probably finished filming. Coming soon to a theater near you, a new Beverly Hills Cop movie. I do not know if they have Bronson Pinchot back or not. But then that's a movie that was sort of, you know, if you're within 30 years of my age, it's a given that you've seen it. I'm not sure if that's true for anyone who's outside of that range. Yep, they did a Coming to America. That did not work out quite that well financially for them. We'll see if Beverly Hills Cop does any better. Yeah, it wasn't bad. It just wasn't, well, it didn't, humor is always going to be very, very individual, and it just didn't really hit my funny bone. Can I make this? I can. The era stuff, though, yeah. Well, and that's one of the things I like about this is, as an older game, it has older gaming sensibilities. This guy is moonlighting as a hero wannabe. And I have to investigate the transmitter tag. A lot of running around. The electronics store. Which, because the studio, hey there, that studio that made City of Heroes originally, and also made Champions Online and Neverwinter Online and Star Trek Online. Cryptic is located here in the South Bay of Silicon Valley. This place is based on Fry's Electronics, which got its start here and eventually, well, died here. Cooks. Fry's. See? Hi, Sonia. I'm looking for a high-frequency signal transmitter, and she's been selling them on the side to anyone who wanted to buy them, and she doesn't keep track of them, so yeah. Okay, back to Twin Shot. Yes, so this is Cook's Electronics. Your best buys are always at Cook's, guaranteed. We'll call Twin Shot. So, someone went all black market on us, huh? Yeah, it's something, that's for sure. Anyone with an interest in sending messages across dimensions has probably tied in with the Praetorians somehow. Give me a moment to mull all this over. This is something we're going to want to look into for sure. I just want to make sure we have it right. All right, kiddo. Just had a little confab with Proton, and we both agree that this illicit merchandise deal may be our lead. Proton suggested that I use Manticore's database to cross-check the info we got from the Gallet cooks. I want to let you get the first crack at it, though, since you did the legwork. You up for a trip to the mansion? Back to the mansion. Manticore's mansion. Where are we? I think that transit station is closer. I actually had a friend who worked at Fry's. Yep, this is more of the robot mastermind. Nope, it's a different robot mastermind. They also are force field, and his name is Dark Bane. Little edgy. So from my friend who used to work at Cryptic many years ago, before he realized that working in game companies is never going to live up to your expectations in any way, form, or fashion, most particularly financially. I am playing right now on Indomitable. Most of my characters are on Everlasting. I'm on Indomitable for the XP bonus. But he was working at Cryptic. And this is going to be why we are the problem with gaming. Off to the mansion. He was working at Cryptic when Star Trek Online brought out their first lockbox. 2 days. It took them 2 days to make as much money from that first lockbox as they made in the previous year. You want to know why games are the way they are? It's because of us. Not you and me, but us, the collective gamers. We are the problem. 2 days. Yeah. And I'll be clear, I enjoy opening lockboxes, I was going to say as much as the next guy, probably a little bit more than the next guy. I don't want to say purchased, because that implies that I used cash. I'm a lifetime subscriber to Star Trek Online, and so I get a 500 Zen, the in-game money, in-game real money, stipend every month. And I have spent, lots and lots of that on keys. I've never spent my own money on keys, but I spent the in-game stipend I get on keys. And I do buy keys for Guild Wars 2 to support the team, and also it makes good content. The onus is on the devs, not the customer. Well, if the choice is having lockboxes and having the game or not having the game, I would rather have the lockboxes. And the fact of the matter is, due to the way games have changed, most especially in the MMO space, a large proportion of the player base feels that they are entitled to everything for free. So once we first started rolling out free-to-play, the first Western game to do it was Dungeons & Dragons Online, and everyone laughed. And then they saw their revenue shoot through the fucking roof when they went free-to-play from subscription. And that changed the entire landscape, and now that's why so many of the MMOs have gone free-to-play. It's because it's the only way to be competitive in this space and have a game that makes money so they can keep making the game. The only exception being games with extraordinarily loyal player base like FF14 has and WoW has. If you don't have this good-sized, energized, enthused base willing to pay a subscription, your only choice is some way or another to get some form of exploitive or semi-exploitive monetization into our games. I don't like it. but it's the fact of the matter. Long list of dates, tracing, opening the file. There are a couple about important. Let's see. Flambeau is narcissistic and may turn into vigilantism or villainy if she doesn't get enough attention. And then Twin Shot is a danger because she is a potential to... she has a close contact with somebody from the other side. To be fair, I'll never debate a streamer on anything, just so you know. I know everything is stacked against me in that regard. Well, obviously, yeah. I have the actual voice that can be heard. So, yeah. Completely understood. Yeah, I would never attempt to get into any sort of logical debate or even logical constructive discussion. Typed text is one of the worst ways of trying to communicate, especially a complicated idea. My minor is in speech communication. And depending on the study you choose to cite, nonverbals are 40 to 90% of communication. Which means that, at best, a typed text, the best you could hope for is 60% of the content of what you intend to go through, and maybe as little as 10%. So, yeah, I'm the guy with the moving lips, so, of course, I have the only microphone. So, yeah, even attempting to engage in constructive discussion and debate on something like that is extremely difficult, if not impossible, so you're probably wise. And now I'm under attack. Guys. The old Berliner. Yeah, for a long time I thought that was actually a true thing. It can be understood that he said that he was a Berliner. But anyone actually from Berlin understood and felt that it was a completely appropriate use of the word. And now I want a donut. 3 groups of clockwork to clear out. All right. Nice that I know that there's 3. Gotta say, sure, if a good cupcake is a nice treat. Absolutely. But I would never say I've been a cupcake kind of guy. It's like a lot of the places I've worked, when somebody had a birthday at work, someone would go out to a nearby bakery and buy a cake. And most of the time, those cakes are the standard dry cakes with what is it? My brain. With the crappy kind of icing. The stuff that just doesn't actually really taste good. But there was one bakery that was freaking great. So yeah, if they were making cupcakes, their cupcakes I would have loved to eat. They used whipped cream frosting instead of, what was it, pastry cream? Whatever the other one is that I can't remember the name of right now. Because my brain is cheese whiz. And they had fresh fruit on their cakes. Their cakes were just insanely good. So their cakes, yeah, I would like a cupcake from there very much. Free cupcake from a bakery and brought back several of that. Ooh, fancy cupcakes. Oh, now you really are making me hungry. The donut was bad enough. I mean, theoretically, I can order donuts delivered. I can't imagine I would ever actually order donuts delivered. Imagine a dozen fresh Krispy Kremes right now. Oh my God. Why am I doing this to myself? Thing is, I don't When I was involved in speech and debate in college, I was always in a lot of events. And so I'd show up. There would always be like donuts around for everyone to eat in the morning, and enough donuts that people could snack on them all day. But I was in so many events, a lot of times I didn't have time for lunch or dinner, and I would eat nothing but donuts all day. Not huge numbers, just enough to like not pass out. But over the 3 years I competed, I got kind of sick of frickin' donuts. Krispy Kreme is the bomb, and they're even good with a quick shot in the microwave. They're not as good, but they're still really, really good. Less than 20 miles from where they were founded. Been eating, for 50, yeah. Yeah, I didn't. I remember the first time they showed up in Silicon Valley. One of my coworkers would have been... Which company was it? I'm trying to remember which company it was. Would have been post 2000, I think, was when they first showed up here. And one of the workers, one of my co-workers, got there real early in the morning. Not on the first day they were open, but on like the second or third, and came away with 2 boxes. I'm pretty sure that should have been when I was at ICRIS. So that would have been maybe 2001. Something like that. Well, yeah, Krispy Kremes, when they're hot and fresh, there's just absolutely nothing like them at all. They're insane. I would eat them until they were gone. Or, I was laying on my back and unable to right myself. No, I need to talk to Grim, not Montague Castanella, who's got one of the best names in the game. That's a cool name. Hi, Grim. Bruisefather. The trail of your aura shimmers with pain and rage. Oh, I hate it when that happens. Drive by the Krispy Kreme store and see the hot donuts now. Slam on the brakes, buy a dozen. I would not be able to stop myself. A little easier to avoid, say, In-N-Out. Because most of the time, In-N-Out has a line. And so you can go, well, I don't want to wait 20 minutes or half an hour for a burger and fries. I think Twinshot wanted to kill me. She sent me into an ambush. He thinks maybe it's the same, so we may be a bad guy. We'll have to be aware. Spoiled rot when it comes to food, being a farmer and all that. Yeah, you may have a relatively limited selection, but what you have is going to be bonkers good because it's just going to be fresh. And yeah, you can't beat that. We used to get, my family had a cabin in far northern California near Mount Lassen. And the closest town was like a 20-minute drive in. And they had one supermarket, and they just had range-fed beef. And it's the best, reliable, non-$50 piece of beef I've ever had in my life. It was just the stuff we would get at the supermarket in Chester, California. Mom owns Capriole goat cheese. It's funny you should bring up goat cheese. Nod knocks. Back to Twinshot. Hey kiddo, you're back. How'd the research trip go? You explained, blah, blah, blah. Ask about available missions. Friends like these, what the future holds. What do you want me to do? Yeah. Speak with Grim again. Hi, Grim. How you doing? Long time no talk. Okay, he's right here. What am I missing? I must be standing close to someone who's throwing off buffs. Because a couple of my characters have buffs that they shouldn't have. I don't know. Maybe those two guys come with the advanced stuff? I'm not sure. Well, let's make sure that... Yeah. So I guess Bernie, who's the arsonist, and Brutus, who's a second tier, they have their own standing buffs. Cool. Grim, she's heading to base now. I think it's the best shot we have. See you there. Confront Twin Shot in the Shining Stars base. And for that, we go back. This is another mastermind. There's a masterminder animals. They have a couple of wolves and a lion. See, Nodnox is a, if memory serves correctly, has goats, sells goat cheese. Welcome to weird things that can happen in a stream chat. Well, goat cheese in America was not much of a thing for most of my life. No, not, I mean, it may have been produced and consumed, but my guess would be that it was regional. I certainly never thought goat cheese as a thing growing up. It's like goat meat. I never had goat meat till I was in my 30s. It's not common. It may be local. Yeah, well, artisanal cheese. Artisanal stuff didn't really become a thing until later as well. Maybe the 90s is when we started seeing the artisanal movement for food in the country. I have to rescue Flambeau. Before we go running in, let's go ahead and get our defenses up. Sell to a place called the Cheese Arc in Singapore. Nice. That's pretty cool. We knocked each other down. Alright, I rescued Flambeau. Now I have to rescue Dillo. So it turns out Twin Shot is not the traitor. Spoiler. There's Dillo. You know, we're rescuing you, Dillo. You might want to, I don't know, throw a fist or something. Alright, and now Dillo takes off. Horb, thank you. That indeed would be the best Dillo impersonation anyone's going to hear on this stream. Now we have to rescue Grim. You'll notice who's doing all the rescuing here, and again, their base has been invaded again. I think you should have pride about that. The fact that the product you're making is of a quality that is being imported to Singapore, I think pride would be an appropriate and indeed normal reaction. Oh, you gotta uninstall the game because you know the end? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, because it's not like you're about to see the actual end of the storyline or anything. Alright. Burn, baby, burn. I'm gonna waste something. There you go, Bernie. You gotta do you. It's only again and again and again because you keep playing these missions on all of my characters. That's true. That you are entirely correct. Yeah, the cheeses actually featured on a Singaporean state TV during something we were not aware of until you saw it on YouTube. Well, at least you saw it on YouTube. I'd be proud of that too. Yeah, I agree. It is something well worth being proud of, I think. All right. Oh, ooh. Spoilers! I can't enter? What? What? Did I not rescue Grim? I rescued Grim. Where the hell did he go? Stupid Grim. Freaking loser. I guess I have to talk to him. Yeah. Now, off to the portal room. Where we get to fight off with a boatload of villains. I'm actually not sure I have done the villain equivalent of this storyline to the final confrontation that we're about to have. I don't think I have. Need to have some way of merging chats. I feel the need to open a YouTube stream just to understand the rest of the conversation. I'm working on my readbacks because I know that they are important with a split stream like this. But I am working on my readbacks, trying to make sure that any conversation with the streamer is not going to be confusing. All right, this is going to end in a fight. Confront Twin Shot. Let's go ahead and call our last bro. Oh, then I have. That's right. Yeah, I have. Thank you. Yeah, I have done it. Yeah, I am getting a lot of views on the videos. I mean, my first one that I did recently when City of Heroes got the license has almost 3,000 views the last time I checked, which is bonkers ludicrous for me. You guys still talking? This guy's still yapping? Yeah, and that was what actually I had sort of passively looked around and seen what would be involved in getting onto YouTube. And then when Twitch announced that they were going to allow multi-streaming of Twitch streams, I started looking a little more seriously, and then but it was the number of views I was getting on YouTube that was sort of the motivator. We get everybody? We did. Maybe upload the Twitch stream as a standalone video just like you did before, just for exposure. Well, they're getting saved on YouTube as well. So they're all automatically getting saved on YouTube. So I don't have to manually anymore. It's just it's the direct YouTube stream that's getting saved. All right, Proton sadly has been going insane. Something has twisted his mind, and he's confused about the nature of the universe, and they messed him up badly. We'll go here. We'll go here. Yeah, I mean, most of the last week's worth of streams have been, after a day or two, have been 80 to like 150, I think, views. They're not getting the views, and they're not showing up in the video category, only in the stream category. I think those don't get recommended. Interesting. I will look into that. Thank you, Knock Knocks. That's interesting. Got it. I will definitely check on that. Thank you. I need to go back to Atlas Park. Yeah, I can't figure out why. It's probably the head trauma. There's an awful lot of head trauma going on around lately, you know? I can fly! Not really. I can run really fast, though. Sadly, unlike super jump, you cannot steer in midair with super speed. Super speed is inertial. You take off heading west, you keep going west until you touch down. Need to talk to Twin Shot. How's Proton? He's all messed up. We thought you were a traitor. It wasn't you. It was Proton all along. Badge earned. Supernova. 3 reward merits. Some XP. It slices, it dices, create julienne fries and ornamental garnishes. How much would you pay now? But wait, there's more. These are all low level. We can't have low level stuff. Ugh. Ugh. Well, I need to do some actual work on this character and get some actual enhancements of the right flavors and numbers. Alright, so we've got that taken care of. We have no outstanding missions. So it'll either be Jake Montoya or Penelope Yin tomorrow, because I'm going to call it here for the evening. I want to thank you guys for hanging out. As always, I am genuinely appreciative of you guys being here. And hey, we cracked 100 chat messages. You got me an achieve on Restream.io, which is an achieve. I don't know what we really get for that. But anyway, I am grateful. So thanks, guys. I should be back tomorrow. But thank you, Fat Buddy, for the appropriate emote. For those of you on YouTube who can't see it, it's the old Pog emote. Or PogChamp emote with me looking amused and pogging. I'm old enough to remember Pogs, guys. So, I should be back tomorrow at the usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, for more delightful Mastermind gameplay. At least getting up to 20. I'm not sure what I'll do after that. I'll give some thought maybe to mixing it up, playing a different character for a bit. But that's going to do it for tonight. So, I hope you had some fun. I did. Go figure. But I'll be back tomorrow. I hope the rest of your Saturday night goes great. Tomorrow is Super Sunday. I will be streaming presumably while the game... I think the game starts at like 2 p.m. my time, so it might be over by the time I'm going to start streaming. Despite having a rooting interest, it won't really bug me if my team doesn't win. So the stream should be the usual brain damage, banality, and bad jokes that you've come to know and love. Ish. So I'll be back tomorrow. I hope the rest of your evening goes great. Hopefully you'll see me soon. Have a great night tonight, and take care. And ciao for now. Good night, guys. Thanks.